Hi, it's Tiffany Lorraine. We're with the Mothers Shape the Future Resilient Summit, and I have a wonderful new speaker for you with a babe on her lap, no less. Mine might join me later. This is Monica Wrights. Please tell us about you and what you do.
Hi, Tiffany. Thank you so much for having me. So I am Monica Miller. I own my own company called Monica Wrights, and this is Corbin. He is 4 months old, and I have a 4-year-old son. And my husband and I, we live in Indiana. So one of the things I do is I help entrepreneurial moms create thriving and wealthy businesses using content and marketing as their basis to draw in more clients and create trust in their expertise so that they can create lives that they love living alongside those children.
Oh, that's wonderful. And that's very fitting for what this summit is about, especially when it comes to resilient lifestyle. Many are balancing being home and balancing family with that so that they have more family time and that they can also be a great example to their kids of what is possible. So, what do you do that applies directly with resilience, as that is the theme of our summit?
Yeah, as you know, being a mom is tough. I mean, not only is it tough because we are men and we have multiple hats already, and then we decide to run businesses. And I had my business before my children, so I continue to run my business alongside of being a mom. And now I'm a brand new mom of 2 boys. And one's four, like I said, and one's 4 months. And it takes a lot of resilience to run the business and then put on the mom hat, or even have the mom hat on still while running your business. And it takes a lot for a woman to do these things. And the beautiful thing about it is that we get to do it, and we can do both, and it's powerful. Just because you're a mom doesn't mean that we are not that business owner that can change other women's and other people's lives. So it's really cool that we can be resilient enough to know that we can do both, and we can do it powerfully as both mom and business owner. And
Absolutely.
that's something that I really teach my clients, is that you can do both, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to sacrifice anything in either department to have both work well for you.
So, if you could define resilience, how would you define it?
Resilience for me is standing strong in the midst of difficulties, standing grounded, being that like a tree deeply rooted in the ground, and knowing that I can face any obstacle that comes my way. Having a baby in my lap right now who is kind of getting talkative, or facing difficulties in my business, but knowing that I can powerfully move and maneuver through it, because my trust is not only in myself, but my trust is also in God, and knowing that if I rely on both, I'm going to get to my destination, and it's going to be great. So that's what resilience means for me.
So, if you could break it into steps, when you know you need to be resilient, what are the things that you do?
Yeah, when you you have to be resilient. The number one thing to do, first and foremost, is breathe. Breath is what keeps us here on this planet. We were born with breath. We're going to go away with breath, right? So in the meanwhile, it's breath that keeps us present. It's breath that keeps us from losing our cool sometimes, right? As moms, as business owners, we have freak out moments. It's okay. It's okay. 1, breathe, get present. 2, know that, even if you freak out or something happens, it's okay. It's okay to have these moments and not to judge yourself. I think that's the second important thing, is just breathe and just know that you're not alone, and that don't judge yourself. Don't judge where you're at. Don't judge what happening. Don't judge yourself, because resilience is in the moment. It's not about being judgy on yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's about moving forward despite what's going on and staying true to yourself, it sounds like. And
Exactly.
breathing and
And the third
grounding
one,
lets you get back in tune with yourself and go back inside. So it's not the outside moving you around. Everything comes from inside here. I think that's very much like resilience. Yes. I think the little one has
yeah,
advice on that. Yes. Yes, you think so too? Yeah. So sweet. I
yeah.
love having a baby on here. Um, so would you have any examples or stories from clients that you've worked for about resilience?
Yeah, let me find his binky real quick and then
Okay,
I'll
no
answer
problem.
that
I'll
question.
listen. Just a second.
So, do you want to, can you just repeat the question for me real quick?
Oh, sure. So I was asking if you had any stories from clients or from yourself that's a story of resilience and that you've experienced.
Yeah, yeah. So there was a moment in time where, just where I looked at our account and it wasn't in a favorable way, right? It was not really where I wanted us to be financially. And I realized at that moment I had a choice. I could freak out or I can deeply trust that God has my back, that He is always going to sustain me, and can I trust myself? Trust that I'm in the perfect place, despite what it may look like, right? And I remember that moment, did I have my little freak out session? Yeah, I mean, because it's okay to freak out sometimes, it's okay for a moment, for that moment. But then I was able to flip the switch and to realize, I can be resilient. I can be, I get to choose my next step. And in that next step, I realized that, there were other ways to generate income. And since then, things have happened where we were able to get out of that, that place. And it's just showed me how we can be, we can trust ourselves, even in a state of uncomfortability, right? We can really trust ourselves and then trust, um, whether you're a Christian or whether you're, whatever higher source that you believe in, we can trust that too. We can trust that God or the universe has our back no matter what. And maybe we were put in this situation for a reason. Take ownership if there is ownership to be taken of course, but also realize that, okay, once you take ownership, what you're going to do, how you're going to maneuver out of that. And so that is like one story of resilience. And another story, just quickly, is when I was a little girl, I actually had a speech impediment. And I remember, I talked a lot and my family understood me. So I figured everybody else would understand me. And people would ask me, can you repeat yourself? Can you can you slow down? And it was really annoying. So that's why I turned to writing. Unbeknownst to me, that is how I help my clients now, is by writing. And I haven't shut up because I have a speech impediment. But regardless, there was a lot of resilience there. I hope you can hear me despite him.
It's just music to
um,
my ears. I love those little sounds. Enjoy them.
good, good. Thank you. And it's just, I remember, like, it never stopped me. Like being, being told to repeat myself or to slow down or whatever, it never stopped me from talking. And through the years, I've learned to slow down. I've learned to enunciate more. I joined Toastmasters. I've done things to help me enunciate more and pronounce my words in a better way. But that never stopped me. And I know that it could have stopped a lot of people. Because it never stopped me, I am now an international speaker. I'm here speaking to you. I own my own business. I speak a lot. I write a lot. I've written 3 books. And so there's a lot that I have accomplished, despite the fact that at one point I couldn't talk, quote unquote, the right way.
You found your own way. And I love that. I think resilience is definitely not stopping and always moving forward. And what you're saying is that each path is going to be unique in the way that we do that. And that's okay. And that's where we don't need to judge ourselves. Everybody's journey is different, and we all have different struggles and different things that we're going to go through to lead us down the path that we are meant to be on. And we can find comfort in that when things don't make sense or they get hard, as everything's happening for a reason, and I just get to decide to be positive about it. Now, it's not always easy. Like you said, we have our down days and we have hard times to get through, and it's important to acknowledge those emotions and feelings so that they can be processed out. But we don't have to stay there. We're not stuck. We just keep moving and we don't stop. I absolutely love that. Now, could you tell our audience, I believe you have an offering for our audience. How do they get a hold of you? What kind of programs can they sign up for? Just more details about where we find you and what you have to offer.
Yeah. So if you have enjoyed this time together, you can definitely join my free Facebook group called the Wealthy Mama Collective. This is new, so I haven't shared it with you yet, but yeah. So it's called the Wealthy Mama Collective Facebook group. This is where you're going to get wealth strategies to build your business as a mama. And so these wealth strategies are going to be content marketing strategies for your business and how to maintain a healthy mama lifestyle with your children as you grow your business. And you can also follow me on Facebook. I love having new Facebook friends. That's where I really put a lot of my content, as well as in my Facebook group. And you can also download my free gift. I believe it was getting 10 clients with your social media posts. If you're looking for new clients, you want to, know what kind of content to write, then definitely download my free gift to you, which is how to get 10 new clients this week by using your social media posts. So make sure you get that.
That's wonderful. I absolutely love it. Could you spend a little time talking about what a resilient mother is and what that looks like as you work with people? It sounds like you see them balancing everything. And I'm just curious, as it applies to mothers and children in particular, if we could give me a little focus that way with what you do.
Yeah. So being a resilient mom means coming up with solutions to things in a creative way. So that means you're taking action. You are not stuck in a cycle. You're always being resilient in the way you want to find a solution, whether that's with your children, with your marriage, and even your business. Because whatever is going on in your personal life is going to reflect in your business. Whatever's going on in your business, it's going to reflect in your personal life.
Mm,
That's how it is. That's how it flows. So we have to acknowledge that and be okay with it. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. And just knowing, okay, if there's, and also take it as, okay, if I'm having this same issue with my son, then is it showing up in my business somewhere?
mm.
Maybe there's a lack of boundaries with your children that you're noticing. Oh, I need to be more, have more boundaries and follow through with what I say. Then where is that showing up in your business? And just begin to look in there, because a resilient, for me, whenever I hear the word resilient mom, is, you're being resourceful, you're seeing what needs to be improved upon, and, knowing it's going to take time, not judging. That's hard. That's hard. It's very hard, right? But just be aware of it, be aware of the voices in your head, and then, look at how is that applying to all the areas of your life. And just know it's going to take time to fix, because you didn't get to where you are to, in a moment. It took time. It's going to take time to fix that. But also being resilient in that, knowing that there are good days ahead, knowing that there's good moments just right now, and enjoying those moments, even in maybe what you feel like is darker days or darker times, and just knowing that you can maneuver around it, and knowing that good days are coming, knowing that good times are coming, knowing that the work you're doing, the seeds you're planting now, is going to pay off very soon.
What I love about you is you don't worry about comparison at all. You don't compare yourself to anyone else. It's very clear to me that you are just in tune with yourself and you're cool with rocking who you are. And I think more women also need that, and just to own you are who you are. You're in your season that you're in, and you have your talents that you have, and you don't need to compare yourself to anyone else. Because I think that's where the judgment comes in, is when we compare ourselves to other people, and social media is not helping with that at all, because it's just the highlight reels. It's just the high moments, and we all have high and low moments, and it's great. We should celebrate each other's high moments, but we certainly shouldn't compare them because they're all going to be different and look different, and that's okay. And how you balance your business and your family is unique to you. And the lifestyle that you want to live is unique to you. And I love that you embrace that. You just totally embody being the individual that you are and finding where you fit in the world and being okay with it. So I'd encourage others to follow this example and do the same. Because like she said, what's going on in your personal life will show up in your business. I really, that really stuck with me when you said that. And I believe that's absolutely true. And that's why the summit is the resilient body, to start with the mind and the body, then making a resilient lifestyle so that it affects our relationships so they are resilient. And then that brings us full circle because that sets the example for the children to follow, and that lets the family thrive. So I'm so thankful that you were able to contribute to that today and for joining us, even with your little one in your lap, because to me, that's what it's all about. It's just still being able to be mom and having them be a part of the journey. They should be in our laps. They should be around us and seeing what we're doing so that they have an example of what it is to pursue your dreams and what is possible and how to be resilient doing it. So now you and I get to do a little fun thing as we're coming to the end of our time together today. I am doing little mini dance parties with everyone to see who has the best Zoombox dance moves. So we're going to pause for 1 second as I get the music, and then we're going to do a little dancing without waking up the baby. All right, I think you get extra points for having a baby in your lap while doing that, for sure. So, oh,
And
and
I
I
have a
believe
cat in
you,
my lap now.
yeah. I believe you mentioned
Yes,
you have a
indeed.
free offer, and why don't you go ahead and explain that real quick before we end?
Okay, so it was the offer that I mentioned earlier. It was called is a cheat sheet to how do you get 10 clients on, through social media, and I give you some post ideas, some examples, and how you can begin attracting more clients to your doorstep through social media. And
Awesome.
there will be a link provided, and I can't wait to show that.
Yes, and we'll have links and freebies for, especially for VIP, we'll have some extras, and we'll have a link attached to this video so that they can connect with you and that they can get their free offer. So thank you again for joining us, both of you, and we'll see you next time. You're resilient. Yes, you can.